how you said about the foundation shit, right?
Yeah.
Um, my therapist helped me see that the other day about me, right? About
Hmm.
guys like us. You, when we was talking earlier, I was thinking about you too, about this. Like this applied to you too, like because I
Mm.
know what type of person you are. Because I was just like, man, work all day and shit. That's all I do is work, right? That's all
Yeah.
I do. That's all we do is work. Sun up to sundown, whether we reading DMs or posting on Instagram, responding to comments, responding to emails, putting a live show together, doing a launch, getting shit is all work 24/7, right? From the even when you got a chick massaging you, you're doing something that entails work, right?
For sure.
And he was like, it's the same thing you tell your clients about, you know, it's the same thing you tell your clients about not putting they all into a woman. That's not solid, right? You have to have, you have your woman, but you have your life, you have your purpose, you have your hobby, you have your side hustle and all of that. And that way, if the woman leaves you, you don't feel empty. You have other things to rely on. And he made me see that I was the guy that I was talking to when it comes to work and why we work so much.
Hmm.
And we pretty much neglect the other areas of our lives, the women. Of course, not do the women in excess, the hobbies, we only take a vacation once a year because we get caught up in work, 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 work. Um, and I'm starting to think that that's an inner game. My shit fly. I ain't got no. My game is not top notch, but there's some inner
Hmm.
issues, man. Like, why am I working so fucking hard?
Hmm.
Why am I not balanced in that regard? Right?
Yeah.
Do you
I've been
think
thinking about
that
that.
that's a possibility? It's fresh. I haven't had too much time to even ponder it too much, but
Oh
my
yeah.
last session, this was what we talked about. Because I go to therapy, motherfuckers. I'm not even hiding it. But
Yeah. I do. I do too. I
that's
talk
what
to.
keeps me solid, to be honest.
I think if you go to a good therapist, it's nothing to be afraid of, enough to be ashamed of. I talked to my therapist today. I have a team of guys that help me out, and they're all part of the Inner Game Healing Summit, actually. And
Mhm.
that's why, from me benefiting so much from it, and then having a relationship with you, and I respect you, and you go to therapy as well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It has a very bad stigma attached to it, and you have to have a good therapist. But
Yeah.
going back to that, I was thinking about that today, right? Today, I went I went out and I got my massage, I got my thing. And one of my friends, she hit me up. She wanted to go to dinner, but I was just like, I don't feel like going out with her. And I went and hung out by myself, but then I had dinner by myself and I was like, fuck, like
Yeah, yeah.
maybe I should have gone out and had dinner with her because I ate dinner
Yeah.
alone. And then I was just like, and then I was thinking about, I really don't have hobbies recently. Like my hobby is making money.
Yeah, like chick asks you, well, what do you do with your life? What do you do outside of work? Work. Like
Study Bitcoin.
yeah, I work. What do you do? What else you do outside of that? Work. It's just work 24.
Hmm.
And I want to try to uncover why we work
Mm.
so hard.
I was going to this MMA gym over here, but the scheduling, they just like the scheduling was always messed up with them, or the multiple times that I went. And it's a little different for me. And I think, I would say it's a little harder for us because the the caliber of men that we can't just get along with the average person. I don't know about you, but when I'm around the average person, I'm like, I get a little exhausted. I'm like,
I'm like that too, only if they are, I don't want to say submissive, but like, if they are upgradable or coachable or even because and this is why it may sounds crazy, but I'm not interested in the common thing.
me
Like
neither.
I'm not interested in sports. I have no interest in sports whatsoever. I have no interest in politics whatsoever.
Waste of time.
I have to know what's going on, of course, just in case I gotta stock up on food or some shit, or buy a bunch of bullets or something. You gotta keep aware of what's going on. I shouldn't have
Yeah.
said that because I ain't. That was a joke. Um, that was a joke.
I'm just laughing because that's the
FBI.
same thing I'd be doing in America.
So, but the most things I don't care about. Most people don't care about purpose. I want to talk about purpose. I want to talk about shifting the minds of people in a more positive direction. I want to talk about the future and shit. And most people aren't willing to do that. So, in order for me to even tolerate me being around most people, especially men, is you kind of have to be a person that's following my lead, basically. Because
Yeah.
I can't connect with you any kind of way. So you have to basically make me feel better about being the leader that I am. Otherwise, it's really no use. And that's just me and being honest with myself. Now,
Mhm.
if we can connect on something or we can get value from each other, you know, and connect in certain areas, then that's fine. But the
Yeah.
typical common person is just, and it's not a bad thing that I can't say, oh, you're a dipshit because I can't, or I'm better than you or anything like that. It's just I can't relate to you, and it's pretty
Yeah.
much a waste of time if I can't teach you anything, or you can't teach me anything, or you can't lead me to prosperity, or I can't lead you to prosperity, or you can't work for me, or I can't work for you. It's pretty much pointless because I'm not into the common shit. You know, I have no interest in it. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I know, like, when I hang out with people like you, because that's just very natural alpha of you. And like Donovan Sharp's the same way. Like when I hang out with him, I just know, like, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna submit to Donovan's agenda. Like I don't like whatever you want to go. Like I don't have time to like do this dominance struggle. I'm like, yeah, you're the alpha, whatever.
yeah,
I don't have time to do that. James is like that. James Tusk, when I went to Columbia, he like
mhm.
is just very like in your face, and like everything has to be his way. And in a good way, and then not a controlling way. But I understand what it's like. So in those situations, I'm just like, yep, take over. You know.
Yeah,
But I know what it's like. I know what you mean. Like being around coachable people, because I'm not trying to follow some idiot around.
right.
You know what I mean?
And if we can't vibe, like there's nothing. No. So what else do you have to offer me but to
Mhm.
let me lead you to the promised land? You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And that sounds bad to say, and that's my first time ever saying that out loud. But it is what it is, bro.
Well,
You
I
know?
mean, I'm the same way with girls too. Like I
Yeah,
cannot date a girl that's like always trying to take the lead or take initiative. I need the girl that's gonna stop and look at me and be like, "What are we doing?" You know what I
right,
mean? I don't. I
right.
like, our favorite, our favorite communist friend we used to like talk about.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, um, with dealing with that kind of girl, you know, I just can't. I can't deal
yeah,
with it. And I think those chicks are kind of like fundamentally a little broken because they're never gonna get with a guy that truly satisfies them, you
yeah,
know? Because they're just constantly trying to take the lead. You know what I mean? Am I
yeah.
am I wrong on that, or what do you think?
Nah, no, no, I understand exactly what you. I know I have a woman like that in my life too. It's just,
Mhm,
but it's not even like a romantic thing. That just has to be like that. But okay, you
mhm,
do that. I'm not following you. You understand?
mhm.
But some chicks are, but I understand why. It's more so, it's like inner game for them. It's like that's like an inner game thing for
It's a
them. And
problem they
you
have.
know, and it when you break it down, it makes sense because it's like, I had to protect myself. I can't really, the minute I did choose either abuse me or abandon me. So I have to protect myself. I have to be in a world where, I don't trust leadership because the last time some guy led me, he led me to ruin or he harmed me or something like that. So I have to put on my big girl boots
Yep,
and do this myself. And a lot of women can't break out of that. But
yep.
what happens is you cancel out the not the good guys that think they good. That's the nice guys. That's the simps and the low key problematic guys, but the good guys that can actually make their
The s
lives better. And
the strong masculine
the
men.
strong masculine men.
Masculine men do not want. I personally, like, if a girl tells me she has, like, career ambitions or hopes and dreams, I'm like, "I don't care."
Yeah,
Like, I don't wanna hear about that, like, because, like, they don't get it. We don't give a fuck about your career. We don't give a shit
right,
about any of that shit. Because 'cause I'm
right,
a man and you're a woman. I don't date you like, "Oh, she has a fucking great job, that's why I like her." No, it's the
yeah,
last thing I give. She could work at fucking McDonald's. How many times
yeah,
have you seen, like, a really hot girl at McDonald's, like, I
yeah,
would wife that girl up? I saw
yeah.
I saw a beautiful girl at McDonald's a couple months ago working the fry basket. I was like, I
Like,
would fucking take care of her.
yeah, you don't deserve to be in here, baby.